Hello everyone, this is Lord Osharon, the Cosmic Phallus. That's a new one I had to get out there. I just made that up a couple days ago. And I was making a statement somewhere on Facebook, basically saying the mysterious, unknown God that everyone prays to is really a female. So, and then I went on to say that you are the Cosmic Phallus. You and me. We are the Cosmic Phallus. But anyway, this video, I'm excited about this. This is going to be an update to my Proof of God video. Amazing, amazing stuff involving vortex math. Excuse me. But this is one thing, what I'm going to get into today is, if I'm understanding what I'm going to show you correctly, it's the explanation for chi, for that invisible energy, that's out there, sexual energy, Kundalini, chi, all these different names that people have for it. But this is going to show you that exists. And I'm also going to get into saying, you know, with all my work that I personally do with sexual energy, which is now significant. I mean, this has been my life's work, basically, has been the understanding and working with sexual energy. And I do teach that as well. So if you're ever interested in private sessions, get a hold of me at rwblack13@gmail.com. But anyways, this is powerful. I just learned this yesterday from the I think it's the founder of this, or the person who rediscovered it. Something Roden. I can't think of his first name offhand. Mark Roden. But here's the grid. You'll recall this from that. This is the shapes. Again, watch the Proof of God video. Watch the Proof of God video to get the chart detailed. But what I figured out yesterday, now on the surface, this system looks like a binary. And as I was saying, I watched a video yesterday, and the guy was saying it was actually a trinary. And then as I was looking at it, I discovered why that's the case. These shapes here, again, are derived from the times tables. You know, each one is formed by the energetic split of 9 through the various time tables. You got the 2 and 7 tables, the 1 and the 8, the 5 and the 4, and the 6 and the 3 tables. All produce those shapes from a left and right oscillation of construction, and they're canceled out by 9. You know, again, proof of God video, I get into that. But what I was made to understand yesterday was that it's actually a 3-part system. It's got the positive, the negative, and then the third aspect, which would be the chi. You know, that, again, you know, that's the way it's described as being that. You know, sexual energy, Kundalini, whatever, all the names work, whichever one, God, whatever. Now, in the multiplication tables, you're going to notice something. It goes the 1 tables, the 2's tables, okay, and then the 3 tables, okay. So you got 2 spaces, positive, negative, then 3. And then it goes the 4 tables, the 5 tables, then of course the 6 tables, okay. Then it goes the 7 tables, the 8 tables, and then the 9 tables. So every 3 spaces defaults at either a 3, 6, or a 9. Okay, and now the very interesting part to go along with that is that the number of spaces in between, this, I gotta show you this so you see it. The number of spaces in between, using the, I'll use the 2 tables right up there. It goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, da da da. And then, you know, going to the root number, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1, you know, reduced, and 3, 7, 5, 9. Looks like I have awful handwriting and I'm reading it backwards. But every other space, every third space is a 3, 6, or 9. But of those two numbers between each of those spaces, those always form a 3, 6, or a 9 as well. So basically what you're getting, what that's telling you, is that the separation of materialism is seen in the numbers between this invisible energetic field of sexual energy, of chi, of prana, whatever you want to call it. This invisible force permeates everything. That's what that's telling you. It almost forms a grid. And it's also in a very close relation to the work, as I said before, of Dr. Walter Russell. You know, that space, the 369 grid space, shows up every 2 spots. And those every 2 spots are the separation of matter. It always forms a 3, 6, or a 9. So the space in between that is the mysterious force called chi, or sexual energy, or the product of the sexual energy, however you want to look at it. But it's really, 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 really powerful. And again, as I was saying, it could also explain the cube sphere model of Walter Russell. Because Walter Russell's work in vortex math is so close, and if there is any difference at all, it could just be a difference in explanations, not necessarily numbers in math, because this is all math, this is all numbers. You know, and again, the Divine 9 is telling you, but again, watch my Proof of God. I don't want to get into every aspect of that, because you can just watch that video, because I get into all that there. But this is just more or less an update, because it's telling you that there is a third element there. There's a third energy that's, now it could either be, and it also explains the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Child. Positive, negative, and then the product of that energy, of that union, is the child. Or it could follow the Kabbalistic model, and that child could in fact be the root source, Kether. But then again, 9 may fall into that role too. 9 may be Kether. The father and the mother are the separation, and the child could be Malkuth, and that could form a rough diamond, you know, not the tree of life per se, but the diamond. It could be a diamond, because I've heard it explained that the 9 is actually a diamond. You know, in the vortex math videos I've watched, they say 9 is a diamond, and that could easily be the source, could be Kether, the separation, masculine and feminine, and then the reunion of the child, and the oscillations, the energetic oscillations between Kether and the you know, Malkuth. It could be Malkuth. It could also be Assad too, but you know, it's really, dude, this is absolutely insane. This number, how the numbers of creation are telling you about this matrix, this code. Everything is a code. And you know, my work with sexual energy is made more crystal clear. They sort of clarify each other, because the work I do with sexual energy works just like this. This is basically oscillation waveforms of 9. 9 is the all, the whole, the division. You know, everything and nothing, as I explained fairly clearly in the Proof of God video. But this is showing that there's a creation, there's a mysterious trinary at work here. And again, the 4. This is one thing I want to sort of touch on too, because I wasn't quite clear on it. I was sort of still kind of in a fog about it. But you see how there's 4 shapes? There's 4 shapes produced by the numbers, and each one's a working construct, a left and right oscillation, again, in Proof of God video. And I was trying to apply that to the pentagram. How does that work with the pentagram? Well, it's very easy how that works with the pentagram, because the pentagram is a symbol for the human experience, basically. The pentagram is the symbol for the human experience. You got the top of the pentagram, or the pentacle, is spirit, okay? God, divine source, whatever you want to call it. And then it breaks down into the components. You got earth, material, you got will, fire, you got emotion, water, and you got thought, air. You know, all these form the human experience. and it's guided by a divine aspect. Is that the point? That's why that's like that. So I was wondering, how does that work? Well, how does this work with that? And well, it's easy how that works because there's 4 things here, but each one has a positive aspect and a negative aspect. But the spirit never changes. That's always the same. So now you got exactly that. You got the 4 manifestations and then the spirit, and then with positive and negative, that forms 9. So 4 times 2 is 8. Positive, negative. That creates 8. The end of materialism, the completeness of materialism, I should say, is 8. And then the spirit, which makes up 9. And that's how you get that to apply to the pentagram as a working model. This is amazing stuff. That's why I had to make this video today. So it's going to be short. I'm going to end it now, but I hope you enjoy. And if you work with this yourself, you'll draw stuff out too, more than likely. So.